So Google Classroom has been in beta for over a year while Google hand selected a group of teachers to test it and to work out any kinks and see if there was any major issues with it. So now it's available to most schools, I believe, if not every school, and it's just a um, option you can turn on in the administrators panel for Google Classroom. Right now I have it turned on for just one or two teachers and one grade level as we slowly test Google Classroom. It's also not as many features as you would think, but it is something worth looking at, especially the whole process of students sharing items with teachers and teachers sharing items with students. So when you first sign in, it's going to ask you if you're a teacher or a student. So if you're a teacher, click teacher, and you get a page that looks similar to this. You get a plus button up here, and you have either join class or create class. If you choose create a class, you have to name your class. So for instance, I'm going to do social studies, and section could be anything. You could put 1A or 1B, or it could be 7th grade, whatever you want. So then it makes a page that you can then edit and change the theme. So one of the first things it posts is just this like purple background. You can click on change class theme and you can pick one of the stock ones that they have. So for something like social studies, maybe I'll do like a book or something. And there you go. So social studies done. Now you have these three options here. You have about. This is kind of where you would put in some information about the class, what room it's in. By default, it has your teacher email, and it even makes a folder for you called Social Studies 7th grade right in your Google Drive. Students is where you can invite students. You can either add them by email address or you can have them join by entering this code when they log into Classroom and say student. And then stream is where you post things to your class. So it's similar to like a Facebook option here, like a status update. So when you post something, it can either just be a generic post like an announcement, or you can actually make an assignment. And in the assignment, you title the assignment, put a description, put when it's due, and then you can attach a file. So it could be like a PDF or something that's already in your Google Drive, or if it's a video you want them to watch in YouTube, it's all available right there. Or if it's a link to another resource or a site, like I want you guys to go to this site and complete this assignment by this date. So once you actually assign something, by default, all the students in your class that have joined will get that assignment in their classroom that they can then open up and do the assignment. If you attach a file, like for instance a Google Doc, it will actually make a copy for them. So if I say I want to attach a file here, and let's just make it like this test document that I did, I can say, well, students can view it, students can edit this file, or I'm going to make a copy for each student. That's a huge feature because before, making a copy seemed kind of hard to do for each person, but this actually automatically does it for you, and it puts their name at the end of it. So when a student goes to open it, they are opening up a copy of the document that you have submitted to them that then is already titled with their name. So I'm going to go ahead and say I have this. It's due August 31st, or let's do September 8th. And you can add a time if you want. Most people probably wouldn't. And I'm going to title it Test Assignment, and complete this before we meet again, something like that, and say assign. Now, when you have students, and I'll show you that in another video, how the students' view of this is, it'll actually say how many have not completed it and who has completed it. So it's kind of neat when they turn it in. And that's it, you're done. So the way to do this on the iPad is you actually have to go to Safari on the iPad and open it up and go to classroom.google.com and sign in, and you can see all your classes. But that's basically how to create an assignment in Classroom, and I'll show you in a second what the student sees.